Hi, my name is Calvin.
And I am David. We are members of All Things Real Estate, a network of community builders and real estate investors who educate and empower people to invest in real estate or learn to become real estate investors.
So why invest in real estate or become a real estate investor? It's quite simple. Because real estate is the best way for the average person to become wealthy in our country. Robert Kiyosaki says, real estate investing, even on a very small scale, remains the tried and true means of building an individual's cash flow and wealth. He says this remains because it's always been this way for Americans. Sadly, 95% of people have no idea how investing in real estate is the most powerful wealth-building strategy we have available. You might not even know that you're investing in real estate right now.
Answer this. Do you currently rent or own your home? Well, no matter what you answered, you are investing in real estate. Now, that income could be going to you, but more than likely, your rent or mortgage payment is filling up someone else's pockets.
Okay, 95% is almost everyone. That means 95% of the country is left in the dark about wealth and real estate. So why aren't more people investing in real estate and receiving income for themselves or their families?
Well, that's because this wealth building strategy is not included in our education. And on top of that, most of our parents don't even know enough and can't tell us how real estate investing can work for our lives. Instead, most of us are taught at an early age how life just works, and we accepted it. You remember that, Calvin?
Yes, I do. You see, we're all told as kids growing up that we must go to school, get good grades, get a good job, buy a house, start a family, and retire at 65. Sound familiar?
Yeah, and we're all so excited to be on that right path. Like, going to school and getting good grades is great, until you graduate with a heavy life debt, otherwise known as student loans. Then you're sitting on $30K, $60K, maybe more than $100K worth of debt. Ouch.
What's worse is that most people attend college to get a job and then have a really tough time finding one directly out of school. So the bills pile up, and by the time you get a job, you're constantly fighting debt.
But the goal is to build wealth and retire, right? Buy a condo, near a beach, no more alarm clock. Your grandkids can visit, living life happy, retired. Except the average person in our country is dead, broke, or disabled by the age of 65.
Yes, 36% at the age of retirement at 65 years old will still be working 9-to-5 jobs to pay off their bills and debts. 54% will be dependent on family or government income. 5% will be dead. Only 5% of the American population are financially independent at 65 years old. Only 1% become wealthy. 1%.
Yet and still, our work until retirement lifestyle remains the standard life's path for most Americans. Think about your coworkers, aunts and uncles, parents, grandparents. How many of them are building wealth? How many can retire comfortably?
David, this is getting gloomy.
Gloomy, yeah, I felt gloomy too, until I thought about that 1%. That happy handful of people that are financially independent and wealthy by the age of 65. Or the 5% of Americans who are wealthy right now. And what do you think is the foundation of this wealth and financial independence? Well, it's why you're here. It's real estate investing. But it's not only real estate investing.
That's right. It's a combination of real estate investing and something that parents often don't or can't tell their kids to pursue. And it's typically not taught in schools.
You guess it? It's part of the American dream.
The strategy that we combine with real estate investing to build wealth is to own your own small business.
That's right. It's entrepreneurship. Owning your own small business is the second key to breaking into wealth.
Real estate investing is why you're here, but entrepreneurship is too. Let us explain. Entrepreneurship, small business ownerships, creates an entirely new financial focus than most of us and our parents focus on a common W-2 or 9 to 5.
Ah, the change in focus. This hit me hard, as it should for you. So, we as W-2 job holders, aka the working class, we depend on our job and get paid hourly for our work. Once we are clocked in, our income starts. When we clock out, our income stops. Those who work W-2 or 9 to 5 jobs don't have other ways to make money when they're not physically performing.
We work this way without even thinking. We're forced to focus on debt, student loan, credit cards, and then of course, here comes our taxes. Income tax, property tax, phone tax, and last but not least, there's our liabilities, such as your home and car and other things we pay for that give no financial return. We go through this cycle of work to pay bills every week. We persist because we're told there is no other way.
Now, in our country's system, there are 3 entities that actually benefit financially from all of us being stuck in this debt cycle for as long as possible. Here, W-2 employees remain focused on their banks because they control our debt, the government who constantly taxes us and our work, and finally the corporations who supply us with tons of consumer liabilities. This long-standing system is a core foundation of our country's financial system, aka Capitalism 101. The banks protect the government and the government protects the corporations. Bailouts.
As an entrepreneur, small business owner, your focus is much different. As an entrepreneur, small business owner, you now get the privilege to break from the debt cycle. You no longer focus on debt from banks. Instead, you create income systems, like a host of small businesses and income-generating activities that make money when you are not physically performing.
You guys heard the term making money while you sleep. This phrase was created because of this focus. Next, entrepreneurs don't focus on the thousands of ways the government taxes you or your work. Why? Because now they have the privilege of focusing on write-offs. With the proper write-offs, you can save on taxes. By the way, you get over 400 more write-offs as a small business owner compared to working a 9 to 5 job. And last but certainly not least, entrepreneurs and small business owners no longer worry about spending their hard-earned money to buy more liabilities from a corporation. Why? Because instead, we use our money to control assets, which means spending money on things that'll bring us gains in our business.
The crazy thing about this is that with new focus, capitalism now becomes a benefit because the banks, government, and corporations are now partners of yours. They can help you grow your biz by giving bigger lines of credit, 0 to low interest rates, and more than 400 legal tax write-offs.
Tie this all in. The greatest thing about our country, especially now, is that everyone has the opportunity to cross over to wealth. We all have the choice to incorporate ourselves and build wealth with these new focuses.
By becoming an entrepreneur real estate investor, you can now access the perks and privileges that less than 10% of our country even understand how to use. You get cut into the real benefits of living in our capitalist country.
To show you again, let's look at the side-by-side financial system of a W-2 employee versus an entrepreneur. How does cash flow in each system? When you get paid as a W-2 employee on your Social Security number, the SSN, the government takes 33% of your income immediately. As an incorporated entrepreneur on an Employment Identification Number, your EIN, you receive all of your income upfront. This is a huge financial benefit to see all your money first. This increases your financial control 3 times.
Now, as a W-2 employee, you spend 50% of your income to live your life. paying bills, taking care of your children, going out in the town, or going on vacations, and so on.
Then you pay the inescapable life tax, taxes on gas, food, water, etc.
That leaves the average 9-to-5 worker only 7% of their income to save for retirement.
Don't feel down. You're here. As an entrepreneur, the financial process changes. Now that you receive 100% of your money, instead of spending that hard-earned 50% to live life in between work weeks, we now use 50% of our income. And we're using this money to make more money for our business, including paying bills, cell phone, office, credit card bills, paying employees, who could now be your children, and taking business meetings, going out in the town, or taking annual business retreats like vacations. Ever heard the phrase, "it takes money to make money"? Now, as a small business owner, items that used to be spent and gone will now be known as expenses, aka write-offs, for your taxes at the end of the year.
No one can escape that life tax. There's that 10%.
But what a shift! We now have a net tax income remaining of 40%. When we take away the 8% net tax rate, which all small businesses must suffer, that still leaves us with 32% of our earned income.
Key phrase to note at this point. It's not about what you make, guys. It's what you keep.
Now that we keep almost 5 times as much of our income than the average W-2 employee, we have learned and will teach you to use your greater income to its greatest potential by investing in the right income systems and assets in order to build wealth.
And guys, there is no better investment in income systems and assets than in real estate investing.
You can say that again.
There is no better investment in income systems and assets than in real estate investing. So, we've uncovered entrepreneurship, small business ownership, as one of the keys to building wealth. Here is the other, real estate investing. Investing in real estate, whether it's a condo in 3 cities or a 3-unit building, is the best way for the average person to build wealth in our country. Why?
Because we all need some place to live. Whether it be a house, apartment, or condo, real estate is a basic need for human beings. Every person, business, and organizations require shelter, from homes to churches to stores to warehouses. These parties will all be tenants to someone, and tenants pay rent.
Rent generated by tenants is paid to whoever controls the property. The controlling party is the investor, and that could be a person, a business, or a bank. Remember this, the one who controls the property collects the rent. For example, a tenant who pays mortgage or rent monthly for their 3 beds, 1 bath home is paying monthly to the bank that controls their property. The bank could be receiving $1,000 or $2,000 every first of the month for simply controlling the property. That's potentially $12,000 in 12 months to the bank. The only person who did any work is the tenant. Oh, and here's a fun fact. Your personal home is most likely your biggest liability.
That's right, your own home is often a huge liability and debt. This bank or investor controls the asset and collects your monthly payment. Essentially, you're paying a 30-year debt with little to no positive financial gain for yourself. Most people don't make it to 30 years without refinancing. This becomes a lifelong debt. We can show you how to get rid of this liability in another presentation.
So, how do you win in real estate if you can't even win as a homeowner? Well, start here with us. Learn to become the investor. Learn to create the income systems and learn to control the assets. Personal ownership is too high risk and offers little legal protection. However, learning to control real estate under your own business entity can create great possibilities and includes liability protection. There are numerous benefits. To the wealthy, that average real estate investor, the best benefits are passive income systems, building a portfolio of controlled assets, saving 2/3 2/3 in taxes, adding hundreds of write-offs, avoiding banks and mortgage processes, using money to make money, creating uncapped monthly cash flow, and greater leverage. Control the assets and collect the rent. Imagine collecting one additional check each month. Imagine 3 checks. Imagine 10. For any number of assets you control, rent is typically paid monthly as long as the property or land is occupied. So how long can you collect this income?
The answer is for generations. By practicing entrepreneurship and real estate investing, your new income systems and assets portfolio can be trusted to create generational wealth. Imagine leaving your great-grandchildren in a state of collectible income and willable assets. It's possible.
With these 2 keys, you can start building wealth today. This is how the information that less than 10% of our country has access to creates the wealth they have today. Many people will watch this and decide to keep their W-2 jobs. That's okay. You need other people working for you. Common people will continue working 9 to 5s, midnight shifts, Monday through Fridays, weekends, and overtime. They'll continue to work to pay taxes and to merely shelter themselves and their families. This will never change.
But you can change. Those who use our education system have dramatically changed their income, their lifestyle, and their future. What could you do if you earned an extra $1,000 a month from one asset? What could you do to start earning this passive income and gain more control of your time and money? Do what we did. Learn how to invest in real estate the right way, and learn how to become a real estate investor.
Don't just take our word for it. We learned through a unique real estate investing curriculum.
Our curriculum is an online real estate education that teaches the essentials of real estate investing and entrepreneurship, along with advanced investor training to make you a productive and active investor for life.
Whether you're looking to start a small business to save on taxes, looking to turn your current retirement account into a proper income system, if you have the drive to solve real estate problems for yourself and family members the right way to secure your financial future.
You will find it in our 48 courses, each course averaging 8 hours of real estate fundamentals and high-level strategies used by the top-earning investors in the nation.
Each instructor is an expert in his or her field and currently earns over $1 million actively working in their field in order to instruct you.
Our curriculum is unlike any other real estate program who's charging you unaffordable prices for a 3-day weekend in a generic hotel.
Where you can't record any information from the so-called expert. Where you don't get lifetime access, you don't get continuous support, and you don't have access to your mentors. They don't have a community of people who want to invest around you. It's a one-and-done thing. But you're all pumped up to get started and there's no real support to success. Who can really learn something like real estate investing in a weekend? Our curriculum is lifetime, not 3 days long. It's on demand and available to you anytime you need, and you're free to watch the course over and over until you have a complete understanding.
We have quarterly updates to keep up with the ever-changing tax and credit laws, along with the updates we need to stay current in the real estate market. These updates are free.
Finally, there isn't any upcharging for the curriculum. Just choose which curriculum level best suits you. Once you've paid for your education, you'll also have access to our courses, extra learning content, live local workshops, coaching, success stories, calendar of events, our nationwide network, and, again, complimentary lifetime access.
With on-demand lifetime access, quarterly updates, million-dollar instructors, and all the other perks, our curriculum is unbelievably affordable.
The 10 essential courses are only $1,997. These are the 10 best fundamental courses in real estate investing strategies anywhere in the U.S. That's an amazing cost when other real estate programs charge up to $30,000 for a weekend, and a few CDs filled with much less applicable content.
Next, you can choose 2 of our 6 advanced training concentrations added to your 10 essentials courses for $7,997. Whether you choose to learn fix and flip investing or buy and hold rentals, notes and deeds, or maybe you're ready to practice commercial real estate investing, choose 2 concentrations and you get the complimentary lifetime access to our 10 Essentials courses included. Choose 2 fields and double your skill set as an investor for less than $8,000.
Finally, take advantage of the entire curriculum. Get our 10 essential courses in all 6 of our concentrations. That includes all the real estate tools and strategies at your disposal. That includes lifetime access to all 48 courses and added educational material that we have to offer. That also includes 24/7, 365 online access to the education program and network that has been creating well-educated, successful, active real estate investors since 2008. And as an added bonus, you are offered one-on-one coaching to assist you in connecting all of your financial and real estate dots to keep you on the path to successful investing. All this for only $19,997.
That's under $20,000 to have lifetime access to A+ rated education from the Better Business Bureau.
That's cheaper than the average associate's degree.
Financing is also available regardless of your credit.
Plus, we have a 7-day money-back guarantee because, well, no one likes risk.
Here's a look at a few of the thousands of students who are succeeding today by taking advantage of curriculum.
Meet Marquise and Andrea Landon. While taking the education, they created a family trust that saved their family's inheritance. They've secured income properties that will support their family for future generations. Their daughter, who is currently 3 years old, is receiving $2,000 a month in passive income until she's 25 years old.
Now that's building generational wealth.
And Scott and Allison Huminski, who while taking the education, learned how to raise funds in total of $186,000 to invest in their first deal. With the funds, they bought and rehabbed and then sold the property for $356,000. They made $133,000 on their first real estate deal because they made an educated investment. Oh, not to mention that Scott paid himself as the contractor as well because of what he learned through our curriculum.
And we can't forget about Nashawn and Janae Jackson.
This creative couple took our courses and created several small businesses, combining their passion for art and community development with a real estate investing company. They learned how to partner with distressed homeowners and investors to solve complex real estate problems. They specialize in setting up win-win real estate deals to rebuild and revitalize their neighborhoods on Chicago's South Side.
It takes a team to be successful in everything. And real estate investing is definitely a team sport. We know this, so as an added bonus, we allow you to join with a learning partner.
That's right. This means you can learn with a partner, spouse, friend, or family member, all for the price of one enrollment.
That's a real bonus. 2 students, 1 price. We can go on about the wonders of our curriculum, and there are even more great benefits available when you become a part of our real estate investing network. If you've been looking to increase your income and assets along with creating an inheritance for your family, or build a never-ending wealth system to replace your average 65-year retirement plan, look no further. You've found the answer.
There is no better investment in income systems and assets than in real estate investing. We have exactly what you need and what you're looking for. Your next steps towards learning the right way to invest in yourself and your future in real estate investing is to enroll today.
Courses are available now, so contact ATRE to get started.
We'll see you guys on the wealthy side.